Hello everybody and welcome to day 5 of the T-Rex training program. Today we are at Angel Fireman's Park, also known as the Dream Park or Fireman's Park of the Prairie. It goes by a couple of names, but I think it is a really cool park. There's some really cool history about it too, and I want to show it to you. Alright, so over here, I'll zoom in a little bit, that's where the park itself is. It's a very big park. There's a couple people playing on it over there, but it's just super nice. If you've never been here, I suggest you come here with your family or with some friends sometime. It's really cool. Over here, got a little structure. I'm not quite sure what it's used for. My guess though is that it might have been the bathhouse for the aquatic center, but I'm not quite sure. So where I am, and I'm going to turn to the right here in a second, the aquatic center used to be here. So before they built the new aquatic center over off of Linnerud, so the aquatic center we have today, the aquatic center actually sat here. Okay, it's really cool. And so over on this side, see if I can kind of see some dirt kind of right here. See that dirt over there? That's Angel Speedway. Okay, so that's where those midget dirt car races happen. Okay, unfortunately with all of this going on, they're not having any races. Last but not least, right where this building stands right here, right where that structure is, I believe that is where the aquatic center used to be. It was just a little L-shaped pool. So there was a pool for the lanes, and then there's a little extra piece of the pool off to the side that was probably for a diving board, maybe even a little slide as well. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, just a little bit of history for you. And so where we are currently is where swimming got started in Sun Prairie. Okay, so very cool, interesting piece of information for you. All right, so today our safety topic is think so you don't sink. Okay, so what that means, think so you don't sink, is just using your best judgment before you get into the water and start to swim. So some things to think about is, as you're swimming, if you notice that you're getting a muscle cramp, all right, your arm is starting to cramp up, or usually it's your leg that starts to cramp up. Stay calm, use your best judgment. Stay calm, stop, take a rest, and let that muscle cramp get out of your system before you begin swimming again. Okay, so grab that cramp, give it a little bit of a massage, try to work it out of that area before you start swimming again. Another thing to think about is there a current in the water, right? So is that water rushing or flowing, and how fast is it flowing? Is it flowing too fast where we should be a little concerned about it, or is it at a pace where we can swim in it and be safe? Another thing to think about is, just if you're too tired, take a rest. Don't continue swimming and get to the point of exhaustion where you're no longer able to keep your face above the water. Okay, so make sure that you are taking rests as you need them. If the water's too cold, don't get in that water if it's too cold. If it's too cold, then your body is going to be too cold, and that's just not safe. Okay, we don't want that water to be too cold, because then your body will start to shut itself down, and it's going to make it really hard for you to swim and to stay safe. Also, another thing to keep in mind is when you're boating, make sure you're being safe. So if you're in a canoe or a kayak, make sure you know your surroundings, and just be careful so that your boat doesn't tip over. Okay, so making sure that you're being conscious of that. All right, so the stroke that we're going to talk about today is backstroke. All right, so I mentioned last time that backstroke is another one of those long axis strokes. So we pretend like we've got a long rod running through the center of our head all the way down to in between our feet, okay? So we're going to be on our backs, right, backstroke, and we're rotating around that imaginary axis that is going through our body. Our legs are still doing that flutter kick, okay? We're still doing that flutter kick that we did in freestyle, only we're on our back. Our arms are doing what are called, in swim lessons, we call them windmill arms, okay? So you're alternating that arm motion, very similar to freestyle again, where both arms are doing different things at different times, okay? Or doing different things at the same time. So one arm is going to be doing the pull. So you're going to put your hand in a position to push that water with your forearm and your hand. So you're here pushing that water down to your feet, right? So we're here, we're at that rotation, push that water down to your feet. And then once that hand is down, then you are going to have your thumb come out first. You're going to recover on top of the water, and then you're going to let your pinky go in the water first. So the common phrase is thumb out, pinky in. So you're rotating that hand as you recover so that you're ready for that underwater pull, okay? So as one arm is recovering, that other arm is doing that pull, okay? Just like this. So some things that you can practice at home. So you can lay on your back like we did with freestyle and just practice that flutter kick, pointing those toes, keeping your feet pretty close together while you do that kick. Just being about 6 inches off the ground. Another thing that you can practice is just those arms while you're standing up. Those eyes, when we do backstroke, are looking straight up at the sky. And just practice those arms one at a time. As one is recovering, the other one is pulling, okay? And then, last but not least, throw that rotation in. So be standing, and just add that rotation as you're practicing those arms. You can also try to do it on your back as well. So you're just practicing that rotation as if you're swimming for real, okay? All right, that's what we got for day 5 today. Next time, we're gonna have another safety topic, then we're going to talk about the butterfly, okay? The butterfly is not a long axis stroke, it is a stroke of rhythm, all right? So butterfly and breaststroke are very much rhythmic strokes. We'll talk about that, so we'll talk about what makes up butterfly, what are your arms doing, what are your legs doing, what are kind of those key components, and what are some things that you can practice at home to be better at that butterfly. Until next time, bye.